I didn't deal with it well at all.
Yeah.
You know, the story I often tell is that when I was in New York, uh, waiting on table, attending bar, and then drinking my unemployment checks with my fellow unemployed actors on Friday nights, and we'd all hang around and we'd say, I'd never go to Hollywood. I'd go there to do a gig, but I wouldn't live there. I'm an actor. And then when Norman Jewison asked me to come out here to do a screen test for Fiddler, the joke I tell on myself is the very first thing I did was I went to Bally's shoe store on 6th Avenue and I bought a pair of white loafers. I didn't understand the significance of that until I became a celebrity. And then I realized how much a part of me had this fantasy, however unspoken, that if I became a celebrity, I'd be complete. If I became famous, I'd be complete. Of course, the minute I did, then I realized that I'd made a deal with the devil. You lose your anonymity and you lose a lot of things. You get a bunch of perks, and you give up a lot. The reason I tell that story about myself is that when I became a celebrity, I found myself defining it to people. I'd say, well, people create their gods in order to eat them. We take a human being, and we know it's human, flesh and blood. We endow them with the properties of a god, ability to, in the clutch, overcome their fear of failure or their fear of death, and deliver the goods. And they become larger than life to us. And then in that larger than life, we start to endow them with our version of who they are. The more available or approachable or touchable a performer is in his performance, the more human he is, the stronger the connection. Then when you meet this person, you want an autograph, you want a photograph, a piece of the clothing, shake a hand, hug. What you're really doing in psychological terms is you're really trying to get a piece of that part of the person that's a god for yourself, because you want to know that you're capable of overcoming your fear. So when you're a celebrity, what you encounter with people is their agendas, which oftentimes has nothing to do with who you are. And then, if you survive long enough, you get to the point where you understand that that's all of our journey, and you become more accepting and more compassionate like that. I mean, I was once at a birthday party for Buddy Hackett, and standing there near the ice sculpture where all the seafood was, and I heard a voice behind me that I really knew, and I turned around and I was face to face with Cary Grant. We all have our gods. We all have our people that we worship.
Well, so back in the 1970s then, did you, when you went out in public, did you always get recognized? Did people mob you, or what was it like?
Yeah, it was just, it got very intense.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't very, very tactful with it. I just kind of head the other way or try to explain people what was objectionable about halting a fork full of food halfway to my mouth to say hello to somebody.
Did the press hound you as well?
Yeah, the press was there. It's all there. Now I can't even comprehend how people deal with it, because it's, on one hand, you want to be au courant, so you're going to be Twittered and Facebooked and all of that, and on the other hand, the fishbowl that you're in is becoming, bigger and bigger, or smaller and smaller, which way you want to talk about it.